On day 4 of my visit to the Wildlife Alliance projects in Cambodia, and after another nice evening spent at the Four Rivers Floating Eco Lodge on the Tatai River shown here, I was picked up at the Tatai Bridge by the now repaired Camry and transported just a few minutes away to Wildlife Alliance's Tatai Ranger Patrol Station. Operating out of their base, patrol teams and their Wildlife Alliance advisors scour their area of the Cardamom Mountains looking for poachers and illegal loggers. The apprehended poachers and loggers are turned over to local law enforcement authorities, and the confiscated forestry products and seized vehicles shown here are kept at the compound as evidence pending trial. Tatai is the first Wildlife Alliance patrol station with a Cambodian national as principal advisor. Folly, on the left of this photo, was selected for his superior leadership skills and forestry knowledge. He stands in front of some of the confiscated high-value timber. Along with Wildlife Alliance Assistant Program Officer Amy Van Nice from Phnom Penh, I joined a Tatai patrol group of several rangers that was leaving early that morning to search a nearby area in the Cardamom Mountains for signs of wildlife poachers. Also accompanying us was the coordinator of the whole Wildlife Alliance Ranger program in Cambodia, Eddie Lefter, shown here center photo. Eddie is a French-speaking Moldovan who spent 5.5 years with the French Foreign Legion before working for UNESCO in Paris and then Wildlife Alliance. We left Tatai via motorcycle on hard-surfaced Route 48, with myself in the tandem seat not driving, and after several kilometers turned into scrub growth along a dirt road previously used by a logging concession. Perhaps a kilometer in, we dismounted and headed out on foot along a trail through a semi-forested area. In places, the vegetation was quite dense across the trail, in others more open. The objective was to look for evidence of poaching activity, including snares and traps, as well as evidence of animal activity. We found a couple of motorcycle skid marks on a trail that seemed impenetrable for such a vehicle, but no evidence of snares or traps. Perhaps that was a good sign that poachers were avoiding the area. We did see evidence of wild pigs, tracks, and dig marks.
You see? Oh, yeah.
I was fiddling with my video camera at one point when I smacked face first into a bamboo stalk across the trail. My nose sustained a gash to the bone, but pressure from facial tissue stemmed the bleeding, and I was given the one Band-Aid found among the various patrol backpacks. As we rested on the trail, someone remarked on seeing a leech crawl by underfoot. Once the first leech was sighted, I, like the others in the patrol, hastily lifted up my pant legs and discovered several black leeches on each calf, curled up like rope coils and hungrily sucking away.
It's like sucking the blood until full body and then drop by itself. And after that, our legs are bleeding and very itchy every day like this. Oh, itchy.
Once all the visible leeches were pulled off and tossed aside, we headed back to the motorcycles for a break before lunch and the return to Tatai. During our break, the subject of budget cuts arose, and Eddie and Fally described the sacrifices in equipment and other necessities that had to be made by the team to accommodate the reduction in Wildlife Alliance funding during 2010. These budget cutbacks were due to the loss of donations emanating from the world financial crisis. Replacements for torn and deteriorated equipment would have to wait, and the ability to pursue poachers and poachers would be impeded to some extent. For example, the poor condition of some of the team boots was obvious, and replacements were not affordable for the near future. Mosquito nets were torn, but new ones could not be bought until later in the budget year, and the team's generator had died and there were no funds for replacement. After the break, we motorcycled off to a pleasant spot along a small stream bed to have lunch. Amy, a vegan, had brought her own food. I shared some of the meat and veggies prepared for the team. We then motorcycled back to the Tatai station. I was personally moved by these dedicated rangers, both the Cambodians and the foreign advisors, who are the frontline troops trying to halt the activities of armed poachers and loggers. They go out on often dangerous multi-day patrols, work for a pittance in salary and benefits, trek and sleep in the rain and oppressive heat, and endure the many discomforts of the jungle. Malaria is endemic, insects of all kind a continual irritant, and stomach and other ailments a certainty, not to mention leeches, which need to be pulled off regularly. I later told Amy, here with me at lunch after our python release with the Wildlife Rapid Rescue Team, that I wanted to give a specific donation to the station for its equipment needs, and I was thereafter informed that my gift had bought them a new generator, new pairs of durable boots, and additional equipment. An email from Amy about the donation after I'd returned to the States made my day. Thought you would like to know that I've been getting phone calls and text messages from the guys on their own volition at Tatai Station individually thanking you for your donation. Your assistance has really touched them, and I just wanted to pass this along to you.